class begin, inshallah khair. And your models for classification. We're supposed to be done with this on the 15th, bro. Today's the 27th, so we're 12 days behind on lectures, but it's okay. Yo, Joanny Castillo, yes, you are first. Welcome back to the stream. How's it going? So, linear models for classification.
Let's talk about it.
Man, I feel really bad. I wanna fill up the bird feeders right now because they're literally the most active at this time. What to do, what to do. I'll study and then use that as like a motivation to finish.
So for classification, this is one of the work that we can do using support study. For example, can we digit recognition?
So this is one of the what? Oh shoot! I have to show my reflection.
In this lecture, let's talk about linear regression models for classification. So for classification, this is one of the work that we can do using support study. For example, can we
Hi, yo Arrow, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? How's your work?
digit recognition, given the image of the digit, we can recognize what digit it is. Actually, no, the number of the digits we have is from 0 to 9, so this is n class classification problem.
10 class classification problem. Hi, yo Rathy, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you before, but nice profile picture. What game is that from? Work's been good. It was kind of nice, but also not of me ending my last shift an hour early. Oh, why did you do that? What happened?
Also, spam and not spam, this is binary classification problem.
Spam and not spam is binary classification problem.
Object detection and recognition, they are also done.
Object detection and recognition.
So, classification. What classification? Classification is given.
Determine which discrete category the example is. Actually, it's probably better to put them up there. Just over the last day, some cabins at camp weren't gonna be used, so it was less stuff we needed to clean and enough to leave the stuff we didn't need to clean for the day shift on non-turnover days. What are turnover days? Enough to leave the stuff we didn't need to clean for the day shift on... Oh, okay. So, do you like get paid if you work longer hours? Just like overtime, if something takes longer? Yeah, okay. That's good. At least you get paid.
It is machine.
So, did you eat anything today? For me, when it's a full white day, as in like the full moon, like those are days recommended to fast. It's not mandatory, but they are really recommended. And then also on Mondays, it's also recommended. So it's like Monday on a white day is like the most recommended of all days to fast. So I just randomly decided to do that. Randomly because usually we have like a pre-dawn meal, but I didn't take that. So yeah, 6 hours until I get to eat. So right now I don't know why I'm just like craving chicken. So it's nice to go home sooner than I was supposed to, but it meant I don't get paid for the hour we didn't do. Aw, that's not fair. And the way that you said that you get paid pennies is crazy. I mean, yeah. My mom has been talking about like money nonstop ever since she came back. It's like that's the only thing on her mind, and I wish I could help her with that. Like, you know, but my job can only pay so much, right? I didn't even get my first paycheck. Like my sister, she gets her paycheck every 2 weeks. Mine is just for one term. Like I'm not gonna work after summer ends, you know, because I can't with my classes, but it's kind of frustrating, you know, to just hear about money, but that's reality. Like you have to worry about that.
We want to take out the discrete category of each data item, please. The binary has been
Binary to possible multi-class. Okay. Should figure out my plan for working this school year. Yeah, true. I don't know how people do it with like really hard jobs.
under two possible category labels, marking as classification and number. So that's three components in the chain rule. So let's quickly recall who they are. What they are. One is model recognition, loss function with variation, document.
I feel like he puts this in every lecture, like 3 categories of machine learning algorithms. What are you working on, Jojo? Okay, so I'm just doing some lectures and like trying to study them. Because I have some assignments due today for a machine learning class. This is the only class that I have for the summer, and then August 17-ish, that's when my in-person classes start again. So yeah. Yeah, whenever I stream at this time, like majority of the viewers are asleep, like my normal viewers. So it's like less busy, but it's also like more focused. So I don't mind. I also study at night too, and then
update which connected data become like model fit data. Visualization, optimization, and used to who they are, what they are. One is model representation, loss function evaluation.
oh, that's the last one. Okay.
Optimization, and used to update which connected data become like model fit data.
So optimize your weight updates. Machine learning predictions. Why? We're gonna watch Spider-Man this Friday. I'm kind of excited. I like the first two, but I feel like I should probably rewatch the first two. And they do have that on Netflix, so. I'll sing it a day after you, Jojo. Well, we'll see how it goes. Are you gonna watch it with anyone or just like by yourself?
So for here in the classification, we will go over the following items. The first one, let's compare the classification problem with the regression problem. The other we will other decision boundary, which can also do classification.
Decision boundary loss function metrics. My family, nice, same. I want to see the Odyssey so badly. Oh, I heard so much about it, bro. But I don't even know the synopsis. Like, I've heard people talk about it, but I don't even know what it's about.
So let's look at a simple one-dimensional classification problem. For example, go over the following items. The first one, let's compare the classification problem with the regression problem. The other we will other decision boundary, which can also do classification. Also, we will show you different loss function that we use in classification. Last one, we will show you some functions to evaluate classification. So let's look at a simple one-dimensional classification problem. For example, here we have this one access and we have those data items. Actually, you can see we have two different groups of data items. Let's
Oops. I really enjoyed reading the story, and the trailer looks amazing. Oh, so it's a book? I want to read it now. But yeah, let me know what it's about.
saying that given because classification is in the supervised part, so the data we are not only have the data, we should also have the table. But in classification, we consider discrete tables. So that's why here for we have those data items. But this one, let's say this is a belongs to one class, this belongs to a class class. If we use 0 to indicate, let's say t, if we are assign 0, this is belong to one class. So for example, this one is supposed to belong from the other group, so let's use 1 to label the data. So this is so what we call the label data set.
3,000 or something years old story. What? No way. Oh.
In classification, labels are discrete. So here, as mentioned, we still use machine learning models just to function, right? So given the different root, so let's use 1.
Set of input output pairs for binary classification. Assalamualaikum, how are you, Juwaria? I'm good. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Zulaykha Qureshi. Welcome back to the stream. Wow, it's been a really long time since you've been here. Wait, let's see. Oh yeah, how are you, Zulaykha? It's a Greek mythology story of Odysseus and his travel from the Trojan War and his crazy expedition home that took him 20 years as he and his crew encountered Greek mythology creatures and gods. You should read it. Oh, kind of reminds me of Percy Jackson. I was trying to watch that show or movie the other day. I was like, this is so cliche. But I like the Trojan story. Like, that's actually based on real events where people like hid in that huge horse and like went inside as like a battle tactic. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. Congratulations, your prediction for Spain winning the FIFA came true. Oh yeah, that was so long ago. I forgot the World Cup even happened, bro. But yeah, I always thought Spain was gonna win even before the World Cup. So that was satisfying to see it come true. I was so happy that Argentina didn't win after the whole Egypt thing. It's like Percy Jackson, except the gods, especially Poseidon hates Odysseus. Well, only some gods, but Poseidon really. I see.
To label the data. So this is what we call a labeled data set. In classification, and labels are discrete.
It's kind of like I don't know if Muslims are allowed to watch that kind of thing, because like, shirk is like associating partners to God or believing in gods other than God. So watching that type of thing is kind of, iffy. So I didn't feel comfortable watching the entire Percy Jackson after that. It's like, I thought he was just like a normal guy. I honestly did not know what Percy Jackson was about before I like started watching. I was like, let's see, because my classmates used to watch that or listen, read the book, and they used to talk about it while we were at school. When I was like in 6th grade, I was always annoyed about that.
So here, as mentioned, we still use machine learning. Machine learning model is just a function, right? So given the different data items, can we quickly figure out predictable. Because so far we only learn.
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. Congratulations. Oh, okay. I'll do it then. But yeah. Look at her. She's gotten so big, bro. She's gonna leave this Saturday. Saturday? Oh my god, that's actually so close. Not this Saturday, next one. It's only Monday. She's so cute. Alright.
The regression. So if we use a regression programs, we know the regression will give us the real value, right? We may need to figure out additional function that help us to convert to this discrete values. So for example, let's say suppose we have the value greater than, let's say you get a predict using, suppose you use regression and get value greater than 0.5, you think they are belongs to the class with label equal 1, but less than 0.5, you think they are in the other class. So we need to specify a threshold, right? So this can help us convert the regulated prediction to to a categorical class.
I don't understand what he's saying. So the other thing was like a regression problem, and then using a threshold makes it into a categorical class.
For example, let's say suppose we have the regression in the different data. So here, as mentioned, we still use machine learning. Machine learning model is just a function, right? So given the different data items, can we quickly figure out the predictable? Because so far we only learn the regression. So if we use a regression programs, we know the regression will give us the real value, right? We may need to figure out addition.
What class is this? Hello, roastery roast. This is a machine learning class. So we're just, learning about linear models for classification at the moment. It looks less like a cat and more like a raccoon. Yeah, she gets that a lot. She didn't normally, originally have that much like dark shade around her eyes, but as she grew, that's what happened. Apparently, like Siamese breeds, like that kind of color, like they get cold around some parts of their body, and then that's where they get darker color. Like, I'm not sure why she's like cold around her eyes though. Her face is cold. Oh, that's just her pattern, I guess. She's not Siamese. We don't really know her breed. Like, we think she's ragdoll, but we just found her like in the corner of an alleyway. Why is Junie gonna leave? So my cousin agreed to adopt her, because whether she agreed to adopt her or not, like, we couldn't keep her. Like, we have too many cats in the house, and yeah, she's cute and all, but yeah, if anything, if we ever move out and then like my sister's still attached to Junie, like, we could bring her back, but I don't think we would, because she's in good hands with my cousin. My cousin's really good. She's cute, subhanAllah. Thank you. Yeah.
Function that help us to convert to this discrete. So, for example, let's say suppose we have the value greater than, let's say we get a predict using, suppose you use regression and that value greater than 0.5, using they are belongs to the class with label equal 1, but less than 0.5 is in the other class. So we need to specify a threshold, and so this can help us convert the regraded prediction to category functions. So now let's think about the relationship of classification and regression. So for example, given the house, when you want to predict suppose house, the price, which is a regression problem, we can use a simple linear combination, we can get the predict price. But after classification,
Simple regression problem gives you a predicted price. But after the classification,
we consider discrete levels. Let's think about, in this case, let's say we want to determine or predict whether we want buy or not buy it. So we no longer need.
Okay.
In the real value, we choose in 1 or 0 as output because, for example, 1 is Juliet as I, 0 magnitude of the house point. So how to convert that as add another function? So this is another function. Actually, this is very similar to the one I want each neuron with an activation option. You see here after the combination, we get a regression. Value, and we add another function, get this discrete case. Right. So function we use in the logistical regression. So this is the simplest linear model or classification we call it logistical regression. But function that do that conversion, we use a simple function. This function here. So this simple function has this.
An alternative. Replace this SGN function with the sigmoid or logistic function.
Form. So given any input value of this simple function, so suppose this value is from negative infinity to positive infinity, it will convert the value to the range from 0 to 1. So 0 to 1, now this is probability. This is why we want to use a sigmoid function in the logistic.
Okay.
regression. So we can convert any given real value, I suppose from the linear combination, we can convert them into the range, a value in the range from 0 to 1 and treat it as a probability. And then we may specify the threshold. For example, let's treat a point.
So it basically turns it into a probability, but that is a
logistic regression. The function that do that convert input value of this single function. So suppose this value is from negative infinite. This is why we want to use single order function in the logistic regression. So we can convert any given real value.
Any given real value.
If it is greater than this threshold, for example 0.5, we think that we will buy it. Otherwise, we will not buy it. So this is how we do logistic regression. So now, actually, the key things here, once you specify the threshold, this determines a boundary. Okay? So only on the right of
Sally, welcome back to the stream. Oh, wait, no, not Sally. Mr. Macaroni. How's it going? Welcome back.
portion of this part.
Okay, so once you put a probability and a threshold, to make it a probability, then add a threshold, then you automatically are left with a decision boundary. So partitions the space into several sets, one for each class. Can be found at this. Sally. Yeah, that was somebody else, sorry. How's it going? Jojo, do I need to change my name back? Yeah, that'd be better. I like Miss
This
Macaroni.
is above the threshold, we will consider buy. Otherwise, we will not buy. So this is in the one-dimensional classification as number. So the boundary is here. Right. On the left of this box, on the left side of this one, we will not buy. On the right side, we will buy. Okay. So given a threshold, we can find this point in 1D. In this 1D classification problem, we can find this value, which is the boundary. So in 2D module, suppose you consider two features or more features. Suppose you have the data and in that space. Actually, in the 2D, you want to, in the logistic regression we are looking for.
So this is for 1D. Decision boundaries in the 1D classification.
In this 1D classification problem, we can find this value, which is the boundary. So in 2D module, suppose you consider two features or more features. Suppose you have the data and in that space. Actually, in the 2D, you want to, in the logistic regression, we are looking for this line that separate those two groups. And the below this line, we will think that's one class, and above this line, we will think belongs to the other class. Similar idea in the speed or more general in the hyperplan. Suppose we have data item, we logis regression, we're looking for this hyperplan in a high dimensional space that separates data item, so which can help us to do the regression prediction or classification prediction. Right?
More decision boundary.
So here, which we want to cover examples of the decision boundary. For example, if we let's say the model we're using is this one, let's say label. So this is kind of we can use this the decision boundary method to have this one.
Oh wow.
For example, sometimes we may have it.
Should I write that down? Like. Jojo, why are you studying if it's not school season? Is it for summer school or extra credit? It's summer school. But yeah, it's really boring.
This one, let's say label. So this is kind of we can use this the decision boundary method to have this one.
But yeah, do you have any plans, Mr. Macaroni? My only plan is to get this studying over with and some assignments for today. It's a very boring day, but productive, let's say. Jesus rose up from the grave. Huh? Is that true? Are you joking? Hello, elevator has guide rail 3666. How's it going? Bro, I'll be so scared if Jesus rose by now, because that means the Antichrist is here. I ain't ready for that trial.
For example, sometimes we may have this small.
Where are you from? I am from California, so yeah, it's currently 2:35. This clock is 2 minutes ahead. I should fix that. I don't know. I'll get to that when I get to that. Inshallah.
Complicated decision boundaries. Of course, the more complicated model you use, we may have the overfitting issue. So we still.
Hi, how late am I? You're only 41 minutes late. Don't worry. Welcome back to the stream. Catherine. I always do that, bro. I'll never remember your name off the bat. But yeah, how's it going? 'Cause we're only 8 minutes into the lecture, and it's like it's not fair that it looks like it's a short lecture, but there's so much to write down. Like, yeah, it's like 50 minutes, so we're about 1/8 of the way there, right? 1/8. I can barely hear you since the music's so loud. Oh no. What music? Why?
To use regularization on more data items to reduce the overfitting issue. But now let's say we may have the overfitting issue. So we still may need to use regularization on more data items too. Reduce the overfitting issue.
Are you like at a party or something?
Okay, now let's look at the logistic regression. Suppose here,
Let's use the house prediction. So
let's still use the house prediction, and we have this model, and then here also we have this one, this additional one. This is the W0. But we use this linear combination. We get one real value based after we use the combination, which give us a probability, and the user can specify a threshold to make a decision. So now let's compare with the linear regression model.
wait, my phone's 6%. I gotta go. Okay, bye. Even though I've been here for 2 seconds. Yeah, no problem. See you later. It's boring anyway. I know, expecting too many people to be watching. But yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll stop halfway. I'm getting tired because I'm starving. But it's necessary. So, linear regression model has training data set, and then you target a real value, use the linear model, add some parameters, use the loss function, and minimize the loss function. Logistic regression.
Linear regression and logistic regression. Okay. So although we call it a regression, but this is classification. This is working for classification problem. Because linear regression and logistic regression, they are all in supervised learning. So the data we get, so the data we have here, they are all labeled datasets. The difference is here is in the regression problem, this label are real value based. In logistic regression, this is for classification problem.
It turns to a probability.
Classification problem. The labels are discrete case.
Discrete, okay. Okay, guys, I have baby names. Baby names. You want a baby? Ori, O-R-E. But imagine it in a Scottish accent, and an elf name. Dalen. Ori. That sounds kind of Japanese. Ori. But in a Scottish accent, what do these mean? I don't want a baby. Okay. You can have a pet, maybe. So, supervised learning. We have linear regression. We have training data set. Real values. And then for logistic regression, Yo, just the best. How's it going? And Coraline. Coraline or Coraline? I like that movie. What grade math is this? Hello, Dracneon. This is machine learning. It's not like typical math. It's not like a section in math. It's like it uses math within this subject. It's not the subject of math itself. Are you doing a stream tonight? Yes, I am. I feel like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. For some reason, I read the last name as Crayola. That's so funny, bro. We need to name something Crayola. Well, I'm left-handed too. Nice. Awesome. Left-handed people are rarer than right-handed. One time I had like two friends that were also left-handed, and we didn't even realize. I say one time because it was like online, but then I still have that friend. The other one drifted. Discrete after making it into a probability using sigmoid. Oh yeah, I'm a subscriber. Thank you, Dracneon. That's nice. I'm kind of ambidextrous. Oh, you know what? I am too. Let's see. Let's see if I could continue writing.
The model, linear model, in a linear regression, we simply use linear accommodation.
Okay, so this one, linear model. So it looks okay. It's readable, but yeah, it's easier with my left hand. Mavis and Jayla on the same line. Yo, Haley Justin, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Oh, what does that mean? Jayla and Mavis on the same line. I write pretty good with my right, and I have mid on my left. Oh, I see. What? Yeah, I don't know. Hi, I just woke up. Yo, Nick, welcome back. And brush your teeth before joining that stream if you just woke up. I'm assuming you just brushed your teeth. If not, please. But yeah. Good morning, I guess. Right? What time is it in Korea? So, yeah. My little sister thought you were doing names. Oh, I see. No, not me. That was Mr. Macaroni. L. So the linear model here is the same times sigma.
As a model we use linear accommodation. We also have this sigma function to process the result of.
Oh, sorry. Anytime someone has a notebook, she thinks names. Oh, that's cute. How old is she? Still young. And don't say sorry, it's fine.
This linear accommodation again, probability. The parameters actually, you can see they have the same set of the parameters. between the linear regression and the logistic regression. So here we have this n plus 1 number of the parameters. This one also have n plus 1. The loss function in the previous linear regression we use MSE, right, mean square error. However, in the logistic regression we will not use mean square error. What we use actually we call so here we use this formula. This is more complicated than the mean square error in the
Oh my lord, that child should not be on YouTube. 6? Oh, I don't think she's on YouTube by herself. She has Haley juiced in with her. How old are you, Haley? This is another reason why I don't want to grow up. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Godzilla. Don't worry, growing up is not that hard. This looks complicated, but he walks you through every step. Don't be overwhelmed, okay? You're gonna be fine when you grow up, inshallah. I'm 9. Oh, okay. Nice. So this is a family-friendly channel. It's I don't know, it hurts your brain to look at, but it's not bad for you. It's good. This complicated math and doing hard things, it increases the gray matter in your brain, and that helps with making decisions and right choices in life, and that's what we all need and want, right? Because otherwise you can have a bad life if you make bad decisions. Haley, that's good, but you shouldn't be sharing your age. Oh yeah, I did ask. I probably shouldn't have. I assumed that you were probably 13 or above. But yeah, I'll try not to ask that later to others. Loss function. Yeah, there's scary people online. And yeah, just stay safe. Oh, girl, chill. It's not my real age. Oh, okay. So you just lied. If I were to lie about my age, I'd lie about being above 13, so I don't get banned by YouTube. If I were younger than 13. Initialize W randomly. And then the loss function for the logistic regression is so much more complicated. How are you? Yo, Gamer King Seth, welcome to the stream. How's it going? SMH. Good, that's good. How are you? I'm good, if you're asking me. But yeah, hope you're having a good day, Gamer King Seth. It's a Monday, yeah, on a summer vacation. July 27th. So the last function is just W equals -1 N. I went to the fair yesterday. Ooh, sounds fun. Did you go with your family or your friends? Or both? Last time I went to the fair, I went with my friends, and it was so nice, bro. Like, you know how the games in those county fairs, they're always like scams. They don't. They make it look easy, like you could do it. You could win the prizes, but it's so hard. I lost this game, but the guy, he was like Mexican. He's a bit older, and he was so nice. Like, I'm assuming he was Mexican because he looked like it, but he was so nice. He gave me the prize for free. It was like this huge squishmallow mint ice cream. You're my favorite person that has done lives, and how was it out? Me? Oh my god! Thank you so much, Haley. You just came, and I'm already your favorite. That's so nice. And saw my cousins, my friends, and my church friends. Aw, so sweet. Yay, good for you. Awesome. Oh, you think good for you to me? Initial. Oh my goodness, Junie. This is my temporary cat. She says hi. Hello, Haley, Elle, Seth. How's it going, everybody? She looks like an alien. She's very feisty, though. Her name is Junie B. Jones. Can you save lives? Because I too saved this. Eloy, what? Sorry, Elle. Yeah, my lives get saved after I upload them. So, don't worry. Initialize W, repeatedly update based on the gradient.
Just regression, we call this one is cross entropy.
Cross entropy in statistics.
For binary classification. Right? The optimization will be still the same. You use gradient descent only. The gradient descent here will compute the derivative, the gradient of this loss function with respect to the weights and follow the negative gradient direction using specify some number weight and repeat this iteration until you get the weight value of the good for linear regression model. In the logistic regression, once we have this loss function, actually the process is still the same. But now we compute the derivative, we should based on this, the gradient of the loss function will be based on this loss function specified. Okay. So the next way, let's quickly talk about why we don't use the mean square error in the logistic regression, and why we should use cross entropy.
Girl, I wasn't talking to you. Huh? Our OMGL, chill. Wait, bring me back my baby. She's right there, don't worry. She's happy there. She screams when she's close. How old do you think I am, guys? Yeah, probably 12 or less.
Okay, so one of the key things here is if we use MSE. Okay? Now MSE is compute. If you look at it here, we check the differences of the true given target and the predict value of using logistic regression model. So if you look at it here, so this is suppose this one is the model, logistic regression model. Yeah. So this one, the true target is either 0 or 1, right? For example, given here for those class, the true answer just 1. For here in the last class that you answer just still. And the predicted value, because we use the single mode function, so definitely it is in a range from 0 to 1. So
Then we get a 0.
when you check the differences between the true answer and predicted one, so this definitely this one is no larger than 1. No larger than 1. Too small.
I mean 8. Oh, my baby. L6. June. I should like a little donut. I just entered 2nd grade, guys. Really? You're 6? No way. I don't think so. I mean, if you are 6, that's fine.
Previously, when we do the linear regression, right, we know when we use t minus y xi with this term, so we know.
So 6 years ago, that means you're born 2022. Oh wait, no. Right now it's 2026. Sorry, 2020. That's your birth year. Wow. I just entered 4th grade. Or is it 1st? I don't know. How do you not know? Entered 4th grade, huh? So you, yeah. I'm not 6. Okay.
This can be from positive infinity to negative infinity. So this can be really large if it performs really bad. So that's why only when the loss function presents the penalty. When the loss function it can give a large penalty, which can force machine learning to learn. However, if we use MSE as mentioned here, because of labels, right, under the predicted values, they are no larger than 1, so this difference is very small. Or because of the penalty will be very small. When penalty is small, this will not be effective in getting the machine learning or the learning process function. So that's why we could not use this MSE in this classification class. So what we use, actually, when we consider this law, this is kind of entropy from statistics. So we mentioned that for here, the y is a prediction. Although this y, look at this y, this is maybe from 0 to 1 range, right? Because the upper of this logistic regression model, so let's quickly review here. The upper of this model, because of this single model function I have here, the upper is from 0 to 1. Right? No less than 0, no greater than 1. We know it's too small. And now, if you use the log function, negative log function actually here. So now if you think about suppose the target is 1. Okay, we use this. If the target is this one, we will use this penalty as a loss function for the data item is 1. So we know that if the predicted value close to 1, if the real target is 1, the error should be small. If this prediction close to 0, it is different from true answer, the error should be huge. By using these negative logs, for example, if you see this prediction when it goes to negative 0, the negative log will give the positive, it can approach to positive infinity. Right? So
Haley, 4th is so fun. I hope you enjoy it. I remember my toddler going into classroom. Toddler in 4th grade? Oh, I guess so. Where to know what my school has. What to know what my school has. Oh, don't give your school information out. That's dangerous. What is my spelling? That is my spelling. I'm not 6, Jojo. Okay. Do you want to know what my school has? It's so cool. Yeah, what does it have? A pool and animals. No way! That's so cool. Wow, you're lucky. Most schools don't have pools and animals. I did have a class pet, but honestly, my teacher did not take care of that pet. It literally died. We had to bury it. That's like the most gruesome thing a fourth grader could, experience. But yeah, fourth grade was fun, I gotta say. So we multiply it by log. Oh. Snork movie time for Junie. Yeah, she's just chilling there. Lots of schools have pools, but I feel like in middle school sometimes or high school. Oh yeah, makes sense for high school because they have like those competitions, right? And we make our own food. We get to make our own food. Ooh, nice. Our school lets us make our own food. Like, how does that work? Like your own food for like a cooking class or just like for lunch? That's pretty out of the ordinary. I mean, outside of the ordinary. I ran out of lead. Because of this, if the target I saw a baby deer at work the other day. Oh, that's so cute. Wait, I've never seen a baby deer in my life, bro. Cooking class. Oh yeah, I had that before too at some point. We made like gnocchi, I think. Yeah, that's the only thing I remember though. I only made it once. Yeah, when I was in fourth, I was in a private school and there was only 30 people first to eighth grade. Dang, that's actually so little. I thought you meant for one class because, you know, when you get to college, it's going to be crazy different. Like, there's 50 people in one class for general classes. The higher level classes, there's like much less. We all, and we go all the time to places. Yeah, field trips, nice. That's awesome, man. I would like to be a fourth grade teacher. That sounds so fun. I had a dream actually today. Like I was dealing with young kids as like a teacher figure and like they were being so bad and it was like so dramatic. Like there's a lot of fighting. Like they didn't like me at all. I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I saw a mom and a baby deer going to the Great Wolf Lodge. Great Wolf Lodge, huh? That sounds so cool. Like I don't even know what a Great Wolf Lodge is, but wow. Yeah, nature is awesome.
This value, I map to positive infinity. But if this predict value close to 1, this function can go through 0. So now you can see here, if the prediction goes to 1, because the true answer is 1, so the penalty will be 0. If the predict value is 0, which is different from 1, we could give them huge function. So we just use this additional function, to get a large value as a penalty. The same idea for some data sets, for example, for the data set given from the unit training data set, they're true. the target is 0, we will use this formula to compute the penalty. Why? Because still for here, this one will be 0 to 1. So from 0 to 1. If this one close to 0, we know, okay, the prediction is good because the true answer is 0. So 0 here, 1 minus 0 will be 1, is negative because if you look at here, so if y value is 0, this will become 1 log 1, we know that is 0. So the penalty of this value is 0. Right? If the
Oh dear, I love Great Wolf Lodge. Wait, what is that place? It's an indoor pool to outside pools and like arcade and even more. Oh wow, that's so fun. I don't even know how to swim, bro. Like, I don't even go to pools. It's a hotel and water park with magic quests and shops with restaurants, etc. Oh, magic quests? Dang, I missed out a lot as a kid because my dad was broke. It still is. I always went for Girl Scouts. Nice. I like those Girl Scouts cookies. I live in Phoenix, so I go there like all the time. Yeah. I don't know if I've been to Phoenix. I went to the Grand Canyon. That was like the only thing I went to in Arizona. Then we just made a road trip back because I'm from California.
The prediction is 0, the value of this function is 0. However, if the prediction is given to 1, and we know in this portion is close to 1. So this prediction is close to 1. Log 0 prediction is close to 1, and 1 minus the 1 will be close to 0. So this function, log some 0 things, negative. So this will give you a huge log value. So this is positive, close to a positive value. That's why when the prediction is close to 0, the true answer is 0, so this is very, very small. But if the prediction is close to 1, because of the function, the value will be big. But now you can see here, historically, even for the data items, if the label is 1, we use this function because of the handling, the loss function. But for the data items, the target value is 0, so we use this one. So we will prepare two separate
I was one for 6 years. I can send you some if you want, Jojo. Aw, so sweet. I'm at that age where sugar's not good for me anymore. Oh, I once or twice. Yes, do it out. So sweet, you guys. You guys are the Girl Scout cookies, you know? That's the sweetness. Then we use -4.
functions, one for each class. However, we want a single loss function, right? How to merge those two together? So let's just play one math trick.
I love this. It's the most fun I've had. No way? Bro, Haley. It sounds like the places you've been to, like the Great Wolf Lodge and all those places, are way more fun. I can't believe you find more fun in this live. That's crazy. Guys, let's play 2 truths and a lie. Yeah, sure. You first up. No trauma dumping, please. I don't want to be sad.
Here, just one message trick. So combine those two. So we just need to let so this is the first one, this is the second function. We just consider the label. Okay? So now you can see here for some data, for each data item, if the true answer is if the true answer is 1, you know this one is 0, so that means we want 0, we will use system. For the items, for the label, that is 0, to this one times 0, to this one will be 0, and this one will be 1, so we will 0, this one, okay. Right. So this is just logic for loss function. Okay, so this is what we get for each data item. We will use this one to measure the pattern based on prediction. This is just some pattern, so this is all the loss cycle. Okay. Actually, if you work with the table is the condition table that have select conditions. If you have much values condition, actually, if you look at the evaluation, actually, this one they using. So cross entropy is very, so this loss function is really very much mentioned in everyone in this one. Okay. So this is the reason why we use loss function, just because MSE is too small, not enough to push the forward. One use MSE, so one use cross entropy, so this one is cross entropy. This form is good for classification, then we will show you how we handle multi classification. The optimization is still the same. So here we want to show you because this cross entropy, this form is still very simple. And basically getting the formula of each gradient and form this each derivative and form this gradient. Then you can follow gradient descent to get the good roots along the chain group. Okay, so here this is another realization to show you why cross entropy is better than.
Jojo said no trauma dumping. Oh no, I probably said that before, like, or after she was already choosing to say that. I got kidnapped for 2 years. I found my favorite cat dead under my bed. I named my dog after a state. I feel like the last one is true, and the second one is more true than the first. But how do you get kidnapped for 2 years and then they just bring you back? I think that's the lie. I'm so sorry to hear about your cat though, if that's true. Oh, I didn't hear the lie. I got kidnapped for 2 years. Yeah, I think so. But I'm not sad about any of it. So you're not sad about your cat dying, or you're not sad about getting kidnapped? Am I right? Yeah, me and Haley got the same question, the same answer.
Mean square error. If you use mean square error, for example, here this is.
Should I draw that? I have 8 dogs. I think Grammar left the chat. Yo, Queen, welcome back to the stream. How's it going? The lie is I named my dog was named after a state. What? What? No way. Tell us about how you got kidnapped for 2 years. We can't just go on to the next truth or lie. Go, nobody's stopping you. I have 10 fish tanks. I have 5 snakes. I have 8 dogs. Okay, I think the 10 fish tanks is a bit much. You probably have a lot of dogs and snakes. But yeah, tell us about how you got kidnapped for 2 years. And Queen, we're playing 2 truths, 1 lie right now.
The optimal point of the weight value that can give you the smallest loss function. But if you use mean square error, if you see the curve, the shape of the mean square error function, some area are too flat. And cross entropy, it's really slow. Because we based on the gradient, actually you can see now it shows you the direction where you can decrease the function, increase function most. Negative gradient will show you the direction where to reduce function most. Because, so the slope determine actually it is related to the gradient. So the slope it is the faster the learning speed. So that's why for MSE, some area too flat. So that's
10 fish tanks, well, in a far, far land. No ups, none of them are the lies. Huh? What? You have 10 fish tanks? No way. You gotta do like a room tour or something, Haley. If you're allowed to. I forgot to do the lies. Okay. Oh, what kind of snakes do you have? Probably a corn snake, right? Those are the cutest.
One of the learning speed is very slow. That's one. I mean, this is the reason. This is another kind of iteration why we use cross-entry. Then mean square error in classification task. So okay, so we can skip this part. Now let's look at math classification. So previously we seen that that cross-entry can only working with binary classification. So we have two classes. Suppose in the classification class we have five classes. Five classes. There are several ways. One way we can use one versus home. Suppose you have these three classes. Previously, logic simulation only works for two classes. So what we can do, we can run logic simulation three times. For example, group was the form of form a group. So now you can see when we run the logic simulation, try to pick up this implicit algorithm to separate those two groups. Right? Then we run the logic simulation again. But now you choose those two groups together. So now the problem is binary classification and use logic simulation. After you run the logic simulation three times, that's the third time. But now you choose those two data together. Right? So you run logic simulation three times, and then you get probability three probabilities. The first one will choose what is probability. For example, this is class 1 because the probability how likely it is in the class 1. And this one gives you the probability how likely it is in here. The third one, the third participation gives you the probability how likely it is over here. So you based on those three probabilities, or any data you get these three probabilities, then you check the largest probability and use the class.
But the snake, I love my snakes. Cute. My eyes are blue. I've broken 3 bones. I have a scar on my lip because I attacked by a dog. Whoa, those are good 2 truths and 1 lie. Because I can't tell. I know for a fact your eyes are blue, I feel like. And then you've broken 3 bones. It sounds like something that would happen. But the scar on your lip because you got attacked by a dog, that also seems probable. I don't know. I think the breaking 3 bones is the lie. Can I go? Yeah, of course, Arrow. I love my snakes. My mom took me to a new apartment for like 5 months when I was like 6. I had to take care of myself with minimal food. That's kind of the end of the story, but for a while we moved into this rando's. 5 months? You said 2 years. But if your mom took you, it's not like you were kidnapped, right? She was still there. But how do you support yourself with minimal food at 6 years old? Like, you made yourself food? I had mold in my room for 6 months or more. I had a pet spider named Alexander, and I witnessed someone die from a hit and run. Yo, I think the last one is... But the first one is crazy, though. Whoa, I don't think you saw someone die. Like, I don't know, though, maybe you did. Because you've seen some things, Arrow. Like, the cabins, that's... I'm curious to see which one is the lie. The mold in your room for 6 months or more. I feel like that's probable too, because a lot of things can go unnoticed like that. I think the hit and run is a lie. Dang it, you got it, Juria. I've never broken a bone. That's good, that's good. I hope we all have good bone density, because osteoporosis, like, people die from it, you know, like hip fractures and stuff. Like, it's really lethal. By the way, then I moved to a city 2 hours away with my dad, and then he told me I can't see me anymore. So your parents are divorced, Elle? That's sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. The lie was a spider. No way, Arrow. That's what I thought was the truth. Yo, oh my god, Arrow. Oh, you saw somebody die? That's so sad. Or like scary too. Like, I don't know what to say. But the mold, oh my god, I hope you get that. You got that taken care of. Guys, can you save people that do lives? Because I want to save this one. I mean, you could subscribe, then you'll see when I'm live and stuff, but you don't have to. I'm not like asking for subscribers. I'm just saying that's one way to do it. We lived there in the apartment for 5 months, then we lived in the house for the rest of the time. Also, my mom couldn't take because she was dangerous. Oh, dang. That's scary. I mean, she's, as much as she was struggling when you were 6, like, she still cared enough to leave you with others in charge, you know, like, to take care of you. Bro, I made 12 muffins and there's only 3 left. You made that, like, during this live, and that's crazy. It's already done. All the truths I told was years ago. It's okay, Jojo. Okay. But still, like, it sticks to you. I don't know. One time my elbow popped out. Oh my god. Save live. Save this live. My room all good now. Okay. That's awesome. And not safe for any child to be around. Yeah. You could tell us why, or you don't have to. If you don't want to share why your mom was dangerous. But if you want to satisfy our curiosity, you can. I gotta go, so make sure to do a live tomorrow. Oh yeah, sure, Haley. I do lives like every day. I hope she's doing well today because we have a restraining order against her. So you're happy about that? What did she do? If you want to share. I think my dad ate the muffins. Yeah, I don't know who else would other than him and your brother. Those must have been some really good muffins. TW, hey, sorry for the topic, but do you maybe have some tips for hiding self-harming cuts and scars? First of all, welcome to the stream, Sasha Lee Vorster. I'm so sorry to hear that's a question that somebody has, whether it's you or a friend or somebody. I hope you are working towards not doing self-harm anymore, but in order to hide it, just like use concealer. If it's an open wound, just use like gauze tape or something. Wear long sleeves or something. Yeah, just wear clothes, and I hope you get better. I hope you feel better, and seek therapy. Self-harm is something that a lot of people are susceptible to in hard times because they don't really have any other options. But there's always going to be a better option than self-harm. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Okay, you don't deserve any pain. I really wanted those muffins. You still have 3 left. Don't worry, Queen. Hello, long sleeve shirts or jackets? Yeah, exactly. Sasha, I'm sorry you have to go through that. No, it's okay, guys. I've been doing it since I was 8, and I'm now older than 17. So, who are you hiding it from? If you're older than 17, that means you're an adult now. You can move out, right? From your family. Or whoever's causing you to self-harm. I don't know your situation. Like, maybe it's yourself that is a you know, the problem and not others who are making you do that. Make sure you properly wash scars or cuts. Vaseline is important to apply to and band-aids. Arrow? Do you have experience with this? I hope you don't.
That associated with largest probability to negative signal. So this is how you can use logic regression to handle bypass classification problem. Keep in mind, logic regression was originally designed only to handle binary classification problem, but we use it handle bypass everyone bypass. Also, we can use another way to handle by using actual F4 computation. For example, suppose we have these three classes. Here we use a linear combination. So this is a linear combination. When you get a linear combination, we will not use symbol function. So symbol function we will not use. So we don't use symbol function anymore because only can handle symbol function, only handle binary classification task. Okay, so here we're going to use it. We won't handle bypass. So what we're going to use? We use a new function. Okay, so this is what we call stockings. So when you get linear combination, you use
You can also consider multi-classes at the same time. Sasha, don't be afraid to show your scars because you're strong, baby. It's okay, Sasha, I understand. Hopefully things... You understand, Arrow? I'm concerned. Hopefully things go well and improve. I was 10 when I did this stuff on this. Oh, dang, 10. That's young. I meant to do... Not BB. Yeah, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, me too. I'm so glad to hear you got over that Arrow. I hope that never... I hope you never fall back into those ways again. And if you do, I hope you find your way back out. You know, it's like... I've never dealt with self-harm, but... I mean, physically cutting, but, you know, self-harm comes in different ways, you know? Like, doing things like addictions, you know, to things that are detrimental for your health. It's not only cutting yourself, but in other ways as well. We all have those addictions that are not good for us, right? I mean, self-harm is much worse than other addictions, but I mean, you can't compare. Everyone struggles, you know. I understand how hard it is, Sasha. Trust me, it's important to do the work and try staying positive affirmations, even for simple and basic things you do in your day. Yeah, and you're still here. Sorry. Also, you can still hide them if you want, but scars aren't weird. They are signs that you got through hard times. Yeah. Guess who's back? Yo, what? Haley's banned? Oh, she was spamming. I see. I used to burn myself too. No way! Oh my god, that's so sad. But I stopped doing that. Thanks so much. Of course, of course. If you need anyone to talk to, this live is like daily. We're all like, the viewers here are returning, so yeah. Congrats, I'm proud of you. Same. It's not easy. It's not easy. I can imagine how much you had to go through to, you know, go to that length of hurting yourself. But it gets better. It gets better. I know that's not something that people like to hear sometimes when they're in the depths of their despair. So like, how do you know it gets better? But it always does. For everyone. And if it doesn't, there's always, you know, a hereafter. If you believe in that, I don't know. I do. That's great, Sasha. I'm proud of you. Same. And, you know, if you get over that, if you're clean for, like, a few days and stuff, don't undermine that, okay? It's, even, like, one day is such a huge progress, you know? The first day is, like, the hardest thing, honestly. And then you keep going, and it adds up, and then, yeah. The more you falter, you fall back in your ways, the more you keep getting up, like, that, it gets easier after that. I've been here since, like, maybe, I don't know either. I don't mean to make the topic about me, but I used to do that when I had no friends and I thought no one cared about me. No way! Oh my god, Queen. I don't feel bad about mentioning that, okay? It's necessary so that Sasha doesn't feel like he's the only one going through that. Like, so far, Arrow, Queen, Sasha, like, all y'all been through it. So, yeah. And we all go through things in our own ways. Because no one exists without... You know, sometimes I go outside and I look at people and, like, no matter how old they are, it's like, wow, you could just know for a fact, without having seen it, that that person has bawled their eyes out at some point in their life, and it's impossible not to have done that. It's a human thing, universal experience. It's like, wow, they're still standing. Very proud of you. Hi. Hello, Haley. Welcome back. Did Elle leave? No, she's right there. Queen, we're your friends. We're proud of you, and you're strong. True. So, you can also consider multi-class at the same time.
We use a new function. Yes, so this is what we call supplements. So when you get linear combination, you use the explanation function to process each, then you compute the the percentage based on this explanation. Based on this e function. So this will give you the probability, three probabilities, and y1, based on this formula, tells you how likely it is in the class 1, y2 it tells you it is in the class 2, and y3 tells you probability of new items in the class 2. Also, you may notice that because we use this formula to y1, y2, y3, the sum equals 1. Okay.
Hi. Hello. Yeah, I need something, little buddy. I want to save this live. I'm never leaving. Oh, it's okay. I mean, I've been streaming for a long time, and we're halfway, and exactly halfway done with this lecture. So I think I'll just take a break here and then continue later. But yeah, let me read the chat real quick. What do you want? Did Ellie Queen? We're your friends. Yeah. Anyways, so has everyone had water today? If your answer is no, go get some water and make sure you have had something to eat today. You sound like Lena Bassam. She always says that. But yeah, I'm fasting, so because it's Monday and a white day, like a full moon, so it's recommended to fast today, tomorrow, and the day after. So I'll eat and drink in about 4.5 hours, inshallah. No, and I don't mean like pouring more stuff out, but I don't have a great friendship with food. I sometimes make myself throw up. Oh, bulimia, and now I'm underweight. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll just stop talking about it now. No, it's fine, Sasha. It's just something that you struggle with. It's better. Well, I forgot the saying, but like, struggle shared is a struggle halved, and joy shared is joy doubled, or something. I forgot the wording, but don't worry, we're here for you, Sasha. If you ever need helps or tips or friendship or something, like, we got you. And 334, no. Hi everyone. Hey Lara Asecret. You came so late. It's like the last second of the live. I'm gonna end it here though. It's okay, Sasha Elder, and I also understand. You also understand bulimia? That's crazy. I'll be so sad when you end the live. No, it's okay, Haley. You can come back in the next one. I'm just gonna take a break and then continue live streaming. Maybe like a little bit before 8 p.m. I wish I could do that to lose weight, but I have a fear of throwing up. Yeah, losing weight is necessary if you are overweight, but not in that way. There's a healthy way to lose weight. Anyways, guys, take care. See you later, inshallah. See you in the next time live. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that, Sasha, that you'll be in the next live. And yeah, take care. Assalamu alaikum. Bye, guys.